Get the most complete tiling DVD ever developed. Planning, installation, regulations, maintenance, and more. Buy it today at agphd.com and order your copy of my new book, $100 an Hour Jobs, Lessons from Dad, all at agphd.com. Well, our weed of the week is ALS resistant, it's glyphosate tolerant. What else won't kill this particular weed?
Well, it's Kochia, and it's one of those weeds that we've been fighting since we were kids. We used to think of it as kind of a manure weed because wherever we spread manure out, we'd have more Kochia, but that's really not the only place you're going to find it. It's a very widespread weed across the upper Midwest.
Yeah, and it does do well in very dry conditions, so a lot of times when nothing else will grow, Kochia just really takes off. It's not that bad to control though. You can get it with a number of different pre-emerge herbicides, and we've got a good selection of post-emerge products as well.
Well, the big thing with Kochia, and I know you hear us talk about this with many different weed species, you just can't let this one get away from you. You have to get it under control either before it emerges or when it's just an inch or two tall. Otherwise, it gets to be really tough because it has so many growing points on it. It's difficult to get good coverage and get the product all the way through the plant.
And that's especially true in soybeans. So we want you to use like a Treflan, Sonalan, or Prowl. And if you really had major problems, you could also throw in a Valor or Sencor Authority, something like that. The Valor, Sencor Authority products are a little bit better than Treflan, Sonalan, and Prowl, but any of them are pretty good. You got to do that in soybeans because post-emerge, if your ALS products won't kill it, and if you happen to have some of the glyphosate-tolerant Kochia that's now being found, you're in trouble because you don't have many good selections post-emerge in soybeans. Flexstar's okay, maybe Cobra, something like that, but neither one of them is very good, especially if it gets any size to it.
Well, fortunately in corn we can control it pretty easily with Status. Loudus and Callisto, if you can get out there when it's fairly small, do a pretty good job too.
Pre-emerge Balance Flex is great, but you've got a number of other choices as well. In wheat, we'd use Prepare Down, follow post-emerge with something that contains Starain. Wide Match, for example, is the #1 product on Kochia in wheat.
Well, that's all the time we have for our Weed of the Week Kochia, but Iron Talk is coming up next.